Hey y'all, I got invited to speak with 4-H Poultry Club. This was their third meeting and they invited me to talk about biosecurity and NPIP. Thought I'd invite you along to be part of the conversation. How are you guys all doing today? There's a lot of sleepy faces. Okay, everyone raise their hands. Come on, Paige, you can do it. You know me, so you should do it better than me. Okay, everyone waking up? Okay, there's a couple of brochures coming around. We're going to go through every one of those word for... No, I'm just teasing. You guys should have seen the looks that I just saw. No, I wanted to... Well, Randy, thanks for letting me come up. I wanted to talk about just two things real quick since you invited me to come out here, because you've learned a lot of awesome stuff about how to wash your birds. You've learned how to prep them for the show. You're going to continue to learn that over the next few months, the next meetings that you guys have. But I want to talk about two things that gets missed a lot, although Mr. Bob did touch on it. It's called Biosecurity and NPIP. So now I'm going to need your guys' help because I left my notes out in the car. Do you know what biosecurity means? Well, let's break it into two words. What's bio mean? Biology. Bio's root word in biology. Biology means study of life, right? So bio is life. So we've got that. What's security mean?
Safety.
Safety, yeah. Biosecurity, we're going to prevent diseases, and basically we're going to talk about how to keep cooties and viruses off your chickens when you take these to shows. We want to have healthy chickens going to the show, and we want to have healthy chickens coming back. So several of these brochures are going to talk about that. I just want to hit the first things. So with biosecurity, do you know what the word quarantine means? Quarantine, go ahead, Miss Page.
It means you have to keep them separated from your other chickens so your other chickens don't get sick.
Right, so we're going to, once you take these to the show, we're going to hope that everyone brought nice, healthy chickens to the show. That doesn't always happen. There's some people out there that they either don't know or they don't care. We're going to pretend like they just didn't know because we don't want to think there's any bad people out there. But anytime our chickens come back, we don't want to have them potentially get the rest of all of our chickens sick. So we're going to keep them in what's called quarantines. We're going to keep that at 21 to 30 days. We're going to keep them away from all your other chickens. Now I'm going to answer my own question just because I know you guys are tired and you're like, I don't even know this guy. I want to go home. It's hot in here, so I'm going to answer it real quick. So why do we do 21 to 30 days? Because most viruses have an incubation period of 21 to 30 days. That means that if they got something, you might not see it within 5 days or 10 days, but normally they're going to get sick within that before 21 days. If they're still healthy after 30 days, then the chances are you're okay to put that back into your breeding pen. Does that make sense? Some of the other things that you can do is biosecurity, because like Mr. Bob was talking about, we're going to hold chickens, we're going to talk to them, we're going to show them to each other, we're going to pet those chickens. Well, say he didn't wash his chickens, and you're petting his chickens, and now you go pet your chickens. What do you think's happened? There's a good chance that you've transmitted disease, right? Because a lot of sickness actually comes through, it's called respiratory. When we have breath, remember in wintertime? I know we don't remember winter now, it's almost 100 degrees out there, but remember wintertime, you can breathe real hard and you see your haw, you go, and all that steam comes out. Same thing happens with chickens. They have a lot of moisture, and when they breathe out, that's where a lot of that virus is kept. So when you've pet their chicken, you might have got that virus on your hand. Well, it's not going to automatically die because it's not inside the host chicken anymore. It can live on your hands for a while, and then you go to pet your chickens or someone else's chicken. You're just passing that around. That's pretty bad stuff. So be sure to wash your hands with soap, water. Use that nice Perel alcohol between touching chickens. That's a big biosecurity thing. One of the other things, if you go to, say you've got chickens and your friend's got chickens, don't wear your chicken shoes over to their house and walk through their chicken yard. Because one of the other things, if you stepped in chicken poo, and that's where some of the internal parasites are, and then you walked all over their yard, guess what you've just done? You put their internal parasites all over their yard that they might not have had it. So you don't want to pass worms or viruses that way. So don't wear your chicken shoes out to the shows. Don't wear the clothes and shoes that you wore to the show back into your chicken yard. That's another way to prevent biosecurity. A lot of other things will be mentioned in these brochures. The other thing I want to talk about is NPIP. Have y'all ever heard about that? Or who all does showmanship? Y'all do showmanship, right? Aren't they going to, Miss Randy?
Yeah, they are.
One of the questions you're going to be asked when they get up there, they're going to say, hey, tell me what NPIP is. And what you're going to answer is National Poultry Improvement Program. And what that is, it's a way to help keep spreading diseases, spreading cooties from one another. So do you guys have any questions for me about biosecurity or NPIP? You're just ready for that weirdo to go home, huh? So you can go home? Yeah, that's okay. You can say that. Go ahead.
What about the,
Chronic respiratory disease. If you Google MG, and do you know MG, what it is off the top of your head? It's it's a long word, MG, or chronic respiratory disease. It's actually a reportable disease to the state of Oklahoma.
Mycoplasma gallisepticum is what you're talking about.
What he said. MG.
Yeah. Now you see why I said MG.
Yeah. But if you're using Dr. Google, if you just Google MG chicken sickness, it's going to come up.
how long does the NPIP test take?
Well, it depends upon how fast the tester is. Per bird, about 30 seconds. If your bird is really, really hydrated, and that means they've drank a lot of water and they bleed well, because you have to hold your chicken on its side, pull its wing out, and you're going to stab it in a vein right there, and you're going to get a little bit of blood, and you're going to put it on a plate. You're going to mix that up, and then you're actually supposed to wait about a minute to see if it's called a react. If it stays purple, it's good. If it looks like someone poured a packet of sugar on your plate, then that's a bad.
But once you test your birds, how long does it take to get your paperwork back?
It depends upon how fast they are in the state. Normally about a week. Any other questions? Going once, going twice? Well, I appreciate your time. I wish you all the best of luck while you're, going through the show ring, and congratulations on starting the new Poultry Club here. That's pretty exciting, pretty outstanding. I think now this is only the 5th one in the state of Oklahoma, so that's pretty cool. Well, welcome back. Just wanted to spend a couple more minutes with you. During the video, we talked about different brochures. I'm going to put a link down there in the description to all these. One of the ones that I specifically talked about was Biosecurity for the Backyard. In here it's got a nice fold out. It's 6 ways to protect your birds. Really neat information on the back there. The other one's actually the NPIP pamphlet, National Poultry Improvement Program. And it goes more into depth on what MG is and how to spell that and say that. And then this was one just on avian influenza. And again, the links for those brochures, they're free brochures, are going to be right down there in the description. One of the other things that I got in the mail is really cool. Was a thank you card. Thank you for donating Buckeye eggs to the Cherokee Country Poultry Futurity. I did receive a Buckeye pullet, and I look forward to showing her. Thank you also for coming to our Poultry Club meeting, and this is from Gentry at the Creek County 4-H Poultry Club. So just a really nice little card. I just wanted to share that and give a big old shout out to Gentry. Thank you for the card. I hope that pullet does really well for you. One of the other things that I'm going to link, because we did talk about NPIP, if you're wondering how that process actually goes, I did a video, I don't remember, a couple of years ago, but I'm going to link that right here so that you can go through there and see how the actual process is done. When we do the pulmonary typhoid, it's a rapid antigen test. And as always, like, subscribe, feel free to share this, and I'll see you next video.